Yo, what's happening, everybody? Back at it again with a new video. Today's story, we're gonna be taking a look at a former Virginia state trooper who traveled across the country to kill a little girl and her family. So let's get into the story. Let's bang it out. 28-year-old Austin Lee Edwards was a former Virginia state trooper. He quit his job being a state trooper and would get hired as a police officer in Washington County, Virginia. But what nobody knew is that Austin was secretly a psychopath and a creep. It's not known what time exactly, but sometime this year, the 28-year-old would be in contact with a 15-year-old girl from Riverside, California. He was posing as a 17-year-old boy and would engage in a romantic relationship with the girl. As he did this, he'd get the girl's personal information and find out where she lived. But as the catfishing went on, one day Austin asked for the 15-year-old girl to send nude photos of her to him. And after that, the girl stopped texting him. Now, it's not publicly known if Austin became upset with the girl after she stopped texting him or not, but it must have not set too well with Austin, because the former state trooper will drive over 2,200 miles to Riverside, California. And on November the 25th, a tragedy struck that would change people's lives forever. He arrived early in the morning and parked his red car in the driveway of the victim's neighbor's house. The neighbor would take a picture of the car thinking it was stolen and dumped there. It's not known exactly what went down inside the home, but we do know that Austin entered the home and tied up the girl's mother, Brooke Winnick, and her grandparents, Mark and Sherry Winnick. It would set the home on fire. After Austin set the home on fire, he would leave with the girl to the car he still had parked in the neighbor's driveway. The neighbor would actually come out the house to confront Austin, saying, "Hey, you can't park here." Austin appeared to be in shock when she told him this and said he was sorry. But the neighbor also said while Austin and the girl were getting into the car, the little girl tried to word something to her, but she couldn't make it out. When she looked down, she also noticed the girl was barefoot. Before the pair would drive off, that same neighbor would get them the license plate number and call 911. Then around 10:30 in the morning, people in the neighborhood would start to notice that the house was on fire, and police would arrive to the scene where they would discover the bodies of the mother and grandparents he tied up. All three of them would be pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of death at this time is not known, but it was most likely the fumes from the flames or the flames itself, after a police officer on the case reported they didn't appear to have any gunshot wounds. But long gone from the crime scene, Austin was on the run with the little girl. Hours later, cops would spot the red vehicle with the girl in it in the middle of the California desert on Kelso Chima Road heading towards Nevada. When police tried to stop the vehicle, Austin continued to drive away as he shot at police. During the chase, he would drive off the road, lose control of the car, and crash. This is where the little girl will be able to make it out of the car and run to safety. Austin will get out the car and begin to have a shootout with police, but it wouldn't last for long because Austin will soon give up and shoot himself in the head with his own police-issued gun, killing himself. The girl thankfully wasn't injured, but hasn't been staying with family because she has been put into protective custody, going to therapy as she deals with the tragedy she went through. Now this whole situation is just completely f***ed up. The fact that this guy was even talking to a 15-year-old girl in the first place when he's 28 is just disgusting in itself. But the fact that he also drove literally across the country from Virginia to California and killed the little girl's family just makes it even worse. And for what I'm hearing is this guy wasn't even supposed to be a state trooper in the first place, because back in 2016, he cut himself and threatened to kill himself and his father. Yeah, and he also checked into a mental health institution, which obviously shows that he isn't fit to be a police officer anyway. So that in itself is already a huge red flag. And I mean, I'm glad this guy isn't alive no more, because what happened to that family that night should have never happened to anybody. I mean, what makes a guy travel across the country to kidnap a little girl and kill her family? Some sick-minded people in this world, man. Rest in peace to Brooke, Mark, and Sherry Winnick. And that's it for this one, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe for more. And I'm out. Bye, bye.